convention is important in that it's going to set the tone for the whole church for the next 3 years. The priorities that we will undertake, the allocation of budgets, things like that, it sets the tone and the direction. So 3 years ago, when Michael Curry was elected as our presiding bishop, a tremendous focus on evangelism and racial reconciliation was set, and that's exactly where the church has been focused. And it is my hope and my expectation that focus will continue. So we should pay attention to convention to see where the church is headed. But I think it's also important to see how the church works. The way our church is governed is really fascinating, and it's not just a couple of bishops or a bunch of bishops sitting around telling other people what to do, but it's a very egalitarian group. It is bishops and clergy, priests, deacons, and then lay folks, very intentionally divided into two houses that deliberate and then eventually come together. The church at convention will continue some conversations that have been going on for a long time. Issues, I guess you could say. I think of it more as the ongoing conversation and deliberation in the life of the church around, for example, prayer book, which is it's the central organizing document in the life of our church. Outside of Scripture itself, our prayer book is pretty important. And we continue to talk on a regular basis. Is it time for an overhaul, complete overhaul, which happens every 50, 60, 70 years? Or is it time for an upgrade? And which means we're going to make it better, but probably not a big overhaul. That conversation will happen. Conversations ongoing around the structure of the national church and around leadership there. Conversations, one thing I'm particularly interested in is how convention has arranged to have constructive conversations around Israel-Palestine, that we're suspending rules of order and going to bring both houses together. We've talked for years and years and years as a church about resolutions, actions the church might take around Israel and Palestine, but we've never really stopped and gone deep into the issue, and it's really hard. It's really hard to talk about something that big and that difficult if you don't stop and allow time for it. We'll probably hear an update on potential to join in full communion with the Methodist Church as well. And then all sorts of other smaller but important and related topics. But it's my hope that at the end of the day, the main thing that we take away from this convention is around evangelism, that the spark that has been lit in our church and in so many others continues to burn. That call to share the good news of Jesus Christ in a world that is hurting to hear it. That is a primary call for us here in Delaware. It's a primary call for the church across the nation and the world, and I really do hope and expect the convention is not going to lose that topic.